you right now.
Yeah, bring it. I love this. Is why I love a guy on the platform, man. He's here for the
I've
carnage.
seen this. Listen, last time we were live, I told everybody, stay calm. Liverpool drop points. We win. It's 2 points.
I'm
Guess
so
what
happy he
happened?
started. Take it away. Let me shut up. Take it away.
Guess what
Send me what you're
happened?
sending me, but take it away.
Listen, I told everybody on the last show, exact words, stay calm. Liverpool drop points. We win. We're 2 points behind them. Game on. We have easier fixtures going forward. And what I'm just sending you right now is my opening statement. This is why I told everyone, calm down.
We're gonna
Calm
look at the
down.
fixtures as well, but
Don't
take it
get
away,
too
man. This is
high.
your segment.
Don't get too high. Don't get too low. Understand. You might call me deluded on a couple of days. You might call some people doomers on the other days. But the reality is, the truth is somewhere in the middle. It was never
Facts.
gone after 6 games. It was never over after 6 games. And now it's never been more back, in my opinion, with the fact that they dropped points and we picked up points. So if you go to the actual Opta tweet, that's the main point. The Opta tweet, you look at who's number one at the bottom of the table with the lowest difficulty fixtures, and then
Us,
look at who's second from top with the
Liverpool.
second hardest fixtures. And this was basically what I was saying. There's easier fixtures coming. I know some of these games are the games where we dropped points last season, but I do expect Arsenal to now be playing teams that play against low blocks. We'll have more of the possession. We should still find ways to unlock them. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I think even the biggest Arsenal haters and like Jason Cundy on Talk Sport are even starting to look at us and be like, you know what? I think this is their year.
Should we calm down though? Let me be devil's advocate. Should we calm down? Because I agree with you in that we all knew when we all saw pre-season with Arsenal fans in it. Like we win a game, we're amazing. We lose a game, we're shit. You are right in that, a few weeks ago, even last week's not fair because we played Newcastle, but the week before that, Liverpool are running away with it. They're finding a way to win. It's all over for Arsenal. Now it's kind of flipped, and it does feel like, including myself, stars are aligning. Liverpool have lost their last 2 games in all comps. Should we calm down then?
No. I think it's fair to say, as fans, we're gonna get excited when we win games, and we're gonna get down and a little bit down when we lose games. The honest truth is, just take it game by game, and come April, May, when it's the end of the season, the picture will be clear. But right now, the reason why I am the way I am is because I have been hearing people dooming and glooming for the last couple of weeks, saying this is the worst start in Arsenal's history under Arteta for the last 4 years, and now we're sitting here 9 games, one draw, one win.
Ain't it 1 point less than
What?
last season? I could be wrong on that.
What? No, my point is one draw, one loss, and we are 2 points ahead of what we had last season, and we're
That's what
better
I'm
off.
saying. When you look at the data, and I know it's kind of out of context, that's what I mean. And think at a point I think before the Newcastle game, we only had 1 point less than last year or something like that. So that's where I agree with you in that people are allowed to be happy, sad, talk about concerns, talk about reasons to be optimistic. You say every game's a cup final and all of that, but just calm down. But Egal, I say it to you every stream, like asking football fans, much less Arsenal fans, to calm down. You got more hope trying
No,
to get
but if you want to ask
chemistry.
them to be, if you there's certain set of the fan base, if you ask them to be angry, they'll be angry on a dime.
1,000,000%,
They,
100%.
I'm just saying, calm the hell down. Yesterday, I had to fight people. 2 days ago on Dad's channel, I had to fight people telling them
Big
they
up,
want to
Dan.
send Ethan on loan. I'm like, what are we doing?
That's
We
something to
don't.
consider in Jan if he's not playing, but it's too early for all of that kind of talk. You can have the indirect conversations, but it's too early for all those conversations, man. But
I was
football's
hearing
an
people
emotional
saying
game.
at the beginning of the summer, why is Martinelli staying? He's gonna be upset that there's so many players. Martinelli spoke yesterday after the game. You know what he said? For the national team, I have Rafinha, Vinny, and Rodrigo. For Arsenal, now
He
to
said that
have
a
this
couple
kind
of
of
times.
challenge, now to have this kind of challenge at Arsenal, it challenges me more to be a better player, just like it does for Brazil. And it's like, this is what I want to hear from players. I don't want to hear, people saying, he wants to leave now that he's not going to play every week. Get out of here.
It
Too much
doesn't
doom
make
and
sense.
gloom. And right here, the reason why I started with this deluded, to all the people saying, "Oh my God, Liverpool's gonna run away with it. It's gonna be October once again. The league's gonna be over. Oh my God, after the Newcastle game, it could be 8 points. Oh my God, we're never gonna catch them." Shut your mouths. Shut your mouths. And Newcastle, kiss my shoe. We dunked on your head top.
We're gonna get like hold on fire on Newcastle. We're going to speak about Newcastle because that is something I'm happy you're here. But I want to focus on this since you brought it up, yeah. Do you think there's more pressure on us then? Because we've got on paper the statistics thing says it's easier set of fixtures than Liverpool. So is there more pressure on us then?
Pressure makes diamonds, bro. The reality is
Four
there's
versus
going to be
five.
because we haven't won. There's always going to be pressure on Arsenal because we haven't won. All of our players are not world class, or they're not the best in their class, and the manager is not rated, and Arsenal is not going to win the league. Not because Liverpool and City are good. It's just because Arsenal haven't done it for the last 3 years, and we don't know if they can do it. So to me, we're fighting narratives that can only be broken in May. What's the point of me mentioning it now?
Or
I'm
maybe
sorry.
February at the very earliest if you get a trophy over the line, but that ain't gonna shut people up. I hope
Hey,
we get to the
we
League
can
Cup final, but we're dreaming.
unpopular conversation. We need to compete for every trophy. We have the
That's
squad that
not
can.
unpopular. 100% we do.
No,
I
because
agree.
when I say that, I'm told I'm deluded. I'm this. I'm not. The reality is we have the squad where
You're
we can
saying that
compete.
because you said it then. Because what's wrong with that?
Uh, that's what I mean when I say
What
they
the
should
hell's wrong with that?
Fixture.
Out of
They
all the
should.
takes that Gal's had, then I've disagreed. I agree with plenty, but I've also disagreed with plenty. Saying four, competing for four trophies, yeah, that's just because you said it. They're shooting the messenger versus listening to the message. Then
Yeah, because we have the squad where we can rotate and play in the Champions League like we did yesterday, rotate and play in the League Cup like we did the week before, and still have solid performances. And I look at the guys on the bench and I look at the guys wearing street clothes, and I'm like, boy, we have 2 11s plus the bench.
I know what you're referring to when they, well, obviously the bench, but when they panned, and I think it's Hinkapie, Jesus, Havertz, Noni. There might be one person I'm missing out. You're like, it's like we ain't been, we ain't been here before. When have we had this level of depth? We've been dealing with injuries from the start of the year. There's obviously concerns around that, but we're finally moving
But you know
competent.
something? Shots fired at a certain idiot, but he was saying, "Oh, this is the worst I've ever felt as an Arsenal fan." Shut up.
That's crazy. That whoever said that, you're moving mad, because we've had times we've been down in the dumps. I don't know about that. I cannot
40 years
second that.
old saying that too. I was shocked.
That's an emotional comment to make. If this is the worst you felt, not the 8-2s, not the, I was at the Emirates, for example. We talk about this all the time, where the whole Xhaka thing, the numerous times we got slapped by Bayern, being eighth. We've therefore had darker times than this.
Bro, the Europa League final was dark.
Europa League final,
The
Champions League
Bristol
final,
Bristol City when we didn't win a trophy for 8 years and we lost that one. Bad
not
thing.
the Birmingham. I'm sure we've gone
I
out
meant
a couple.
Birmingham.
Do you remember
Birmingham.
that period? Yeah, we used to play Nottingham Forest in the cups, and it went left. With them kind of periods, there's definitely been
I
darker
remember
times.
in the league going to Bournemouth every year and getting slapped.
Yeah, even that, even that.
But
So people
yeah,
need to calm down, man.
I meant Birmingham City. Yeah, that's a crazy
Yeah, calm.
statement. Listen, honestly, there's certain people out here that gotta get sent for because they're gonna be celebrating the league when we win it, but they're gonna be all doom and gloom when things are down and about. I don't like that.
Egal's entered this on smoke. This is the smokiest I've ever seen him in the open in 9 minutes. I can't lie.
I don't like that.
What are you saying for this then? Because this is a good thing from Roy. Big up yourself, Roy. We dropped a lot of points against mid-table teams last season. So that's what I mean. Is the pressure on us? Oh, is it as rosy as it looks? Because they do say every game's a cup final, all that stuff, Egal.
You see this key? That's
Yeah.
as you see this key, the car key. That's Odegaard. You see
This
the
guy,
other key? Where's the other key? Oh, here it is. That's Bukayo Saka.
this
We
guy's
got
a madman.
keys. We got keys to unlock doors now. We got keys. You guys don't need to stress. We got the keys. Before, it was a thing where it's like when they shut up shop, they pray the haram ball, they do what they need to do against us. We struggle until Trossard comes off the bench or makes something happen, or Martinelli comes off the bench and makes something happen. But now I look at the starting 11 and I see keys everywhere. People who can just unlock doors for us. And also, when we don't, when the doors are locked and we need a battering ram, we now have Gyökeres who can just bully ball somebody out of the way and open up doors that weren't there before. When Havertz comes back, he could do the same thing. When Jesus is there, he'll do it with style. He won't necessarily he'll nicky nine door. He'll knock on the door, run, and come back. That's the kind of guy he is.
What did you
Honestly,
call it? What did you wait? Cut the chat. What did you call it? What did you call not that did you?
you don't call that nicky nine door. You knock on the door. It's
What?
called
Wait, say that
nicky
again.
nine door.
Say again.
Nicky nine door. So basically, you're knocking on the door, you run away, and then you see.
That's. I'm sorry, Canadians. Cut that out. What the Nicky Nando. Who made that? It's not that ginger.
That's what it's called. That's
If you
what we
didn't do
call
the
it.
knocking the door example, I would have been like, what is he talking?
You don't call it that when you're a kid.
No.
You knock on.
Hey,
So
chat, have you ever heard it referred to as that?
hey, that's what I called it when I grew up. I grew up in Toronto, Canada. That's what we called it.
Hey,
I don't know.
Canadians are crazy.
maybe it's called something else, but we knock on the door and you dash and then
Yeah,
you sneak
knockdown
in.
ginger. Like you knock on the door and then you get out of there, obviously. Like,
Yeah,
and
it's
then we
funny.
changed it into knockdown, don't run as well, which we used to play, which is kind of stupid. Like you just don't run. What do you make of this comment? Too early in the season to be just confident that Arsenal win the PL. If we had beaten City and Liverpool, maybe. There's a lot of football left to play. We need to be more consistent in our performances. Shout out the moderator BG. What do you say to that, Egal?
BG, it's not about the confidence that I have in Arsenal winning the Premier League. It's the confidence that I have that Arsenal have more solutions to solve problems than other teams. I look over at City, I look over at Liverpool, I see their defensive concerns, and I say to myself, do they have enough to solve all their issues? If there's an injury, if they're continuously playing these guys throughout the whole season, and we're already starting to see Liverpool have injury concerns with Allison, having injury concerns with Ekatike, they still haven't gelled. City, they did not look good the first couple games. They're now starting to pick up form. I just don't have the same level of confidence that they will find as much solutions, even though their managers are great and they've won the league in the past. I just look at my squad and I say to myself, this squad is good enough where we're going to win the league. It's more a belief in the squad rather than arrogance or cockiness. It's confidence in what I'm seeing on a week-to-week basis. And what's confirming it for me is when we go to the bench, we have Odegaard coming off the bench. We have Saka and Eze coming off the bench. We have
Manieri's not even in the squad.
we have Martinelli and Trossard coming off the bench, making a difference in the Champions League. In I'm just looking over and I'm saying to myself, if the starting 11 is not right, the bench is so good that I have no doubt we can win any game. I'm not saying
There's
we're
no
going to win
excuses not
every
to win a
game.
trophy, man, this year.
Yeah.
I can't lie, man.
So
It'd be a shame.
don't confuse confidence and belief in the team with cockiness and arrogance that I think we're going to run away with it. In no way do I think that we're going to run away with it. I just do think currently we're in a better situation than the rest of them, and the window's closed. They can't change anything.
Do you think it's open season? Because obviously, like a few weeks ago, like you rightly said, somebody said, "Oh, it's all over for Arsenal." Now people are seeing more of a chance. The same kind of rhetoric, maybe with Liverpool. City are still there mathematically. They're probably seen as third of a three-horse race. Like, where do you look at City? And not even just City. Like, is it just those three teams, or do you see like a dark horse? Because I don't want to I'll be real with you. Egal, I think Chelsea are getting away with murder because we all saw what was said during the summer and how they can do this and that. Boy, they're getting away with murder. You lot are part of the title challenge. If you lot don't win the title, like if Arsenal don't, or City or Liverpool, the three of the four that don't is bottling. Everybody's going down with us. Keep it true and keep it fair. But like, yeah, what do you make of City and if there's another dark horse in addition to Arsenal and Liverpool?
You see, Chelsea, I gave them a truce. I told them, you won the Club World Cup, you won the Carabao Conference League. I kind of believe you guys are capable of doing something now. Let's see what you do in the transfer window. And I'm not going to talk shit about you guys. I think I'm going to actually have to big you guys up because of how you guys have been performing. But guess what happened? Now they're shit. They turned into shit again. They've absolutely done a 360. They found out that the Champions League's not the Carabao the Conference League level anymore. They signed all these players for ridiculous wages, and now one of them is banned, and they have to pay him for the next 8 years for him not playing football. And in Michaela Mudryk, we told them this 9-year contract thing could backfire. They didn't want to listen, and then the overall quality of their signings just doesn't make sense to me. To me, how do you spend that kind of money and you buy a bunch of guys that are average at best? I think
Manueke still starts for them, in my opinion, based on what I'm seeing.
forget
He's
about
still their best
Madueke.
winger.
They're already selling out Gittins. Gittins summer 2026 Arsenal. That's what we're hearing because they already want to get rid of him. Their fan base is so quick to turn on players. It's so unhealthy. We talk about Arsenal having problems. These guys are being sold a pipe dream. It's not a good idea selling your starters every single season to go buy other players who are potential.
Positive balance sheet, though. Great business.
Hey, you guys are winning the transfer window every year, but you're losing on the pitch when it comes to the league. You're not winning. You're not winning. You're not getting what you want. They make fun of Arsenal in the process, but they're literally in the process right now, and they're buying everything that their owners are selling. And yeah, their owners are
Mhm.
purchasing a lot of players. They have Caicedo, they have Enzo. I think they have the best midfield balance across their team in the league, but they just don't have the rest
Ooh, over Newcastle.
over everybody. Over Man
Yeah.
City, over Liverpool. I think Chelsea's midfield is by far the best in the league, but they don't have the quality attackers outside of Cole Palmer and Joao Pedro. They don't have the defense at all
Yeah, the
compared to
defense is woeful.
Liverpool or City or Arsenal. So they're going to be fourth at best, maybe fifth. But I really did think Chelsea's transfer window started off so well with João Pedro that it just went down the drain from there.
I
And
think you're bang on.
talking about City and Liverpool, I'm not ruling out Klopp. Klopp's old team was great, and when Arne Slot came in, they were great, and they kept it going. But this is a whole new Liverpool. We don't know what this Liverpool team is capable of. We know their attack is good, but they haven't even shown it. We know their midfield is good, but without Trent, they don't look like they can progress the ball. They honestly,
Mm.
this is a Liverpool fan said to me the other day, "We are so bad right now. If you called me ass, I have no comeback. We are
This
literally."
is why I wanted Arteta to go for it at Anfield, man. I'd feel a bit more
No,
thingy if
but
we
you
got
know
those
what?
3 points. I can't go back in time, but boy,
Arteta respected them. But you know what happens when we go to our ground? It could be curtains for them by then. We'll see. But
hopefully they're worse than they are now.
right now, Mo Salah also is a big issue. Trent is gone, no build-up play, and Mo Salah is not performing to the level that he was last year. And they were winning games, but now that they're not winning games, you can clearly see his lack of production and the overall attack is coexisting at the same time. And the new signings, it's going to take them a little bit of time to get used to playing with each other.
Like Verts.
So much change is never good.
You're bang on the money. I want to kind of hold on this because I think this has
We
started a
forgot
good
about City
discussion.
though, Deluded. We never
Pardon
mentioned
me?
City. City, I never mentioned City.
Yeah, go
City,
on, go on. Yeah. You didn't, Go on, go on, go on.
City is one injury away from losing everything again. We always talk about play
Say
a
that
team.
again.
City is one injury away from everything collapsing. They are so reliant on 2 or 3 players for everything to work. Donnarumma is literally their whole defensive structure works around him being a good shot stopper. Their attack only works
What
around
Haaland and Rodri?
Erling Haaland being the most clinical player, and everything else is great. But really and truly, it's just down to 2 players. If Donnarumma or Erling Haaland get injured, their season's kaput.
I can see why you say that. Football ultimately is decided at both ends. Obviously, I would say Rodri, but Rodri's kind of half fit, so it doesn't really count at this moment in time. But I can't disagree with that. And obviously, City are just City at the moment. They drop points in the Champions League. Fair enough, Egal, man. You've been in top form. I want to kind of hold on this thing that you sent me in it. Where's that comment? Before I'm gonna change screens and go and look at the actual Champions League fixtures, Premier League fixtures. The only game Liverpool might drop points in, it drop points in those next 5 are Chelsea. I kind of want them. Well, I do want them to beat Chelsea. It's Chelsea in it, but how do you see that? And then let's compare our fixtures and theirs, like I just said, in a bit more depth, because this has said we've got the easiest fixtures. It said Liverpool got one of the most
Mm.
difficult. But then these same people that do the supercomputer thing will say every game's a cup final. Arsenal typically bottle it against the smaller teams, which is true. So then where do we go with this? But let's look at Liverpool. Let's just focus on the Premier League in it. So obviously people ignore the League Cup, ignore Frankfurt, but their next 5 Premier League games, and they've lost to Palace and they've lost to Galatasaray. They travel to Chelsea on Saturday. So they got Chelsea, Man United, Brentford away, Aston Villa at home, and then Man City away. What do you
I
say to
sent
those next
I
5 games?
I sent you the new link for what you're looking for. Uh,
Yeah.
if you just click on it, you'll see it. Check
But
your
on Twitter.
check your DMs. Yeah, yeah. Because I got the graphics ready for you, man. Don't worry.
There you go. We love to hear this. Top form, mate. Like top form. Why is the screen gone? Okay, we're back now. We're back now. Go on, go on. So
There
yeah,
you
as I was
go.
saying,
There you go.
Chelsea away, United at home, Brentford away, Villa at home, Man City away. For Arsenal,